नमः सर्वेभ्यः। राम राम राम। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। पठामि संस्कृतं नित्यं वदामि संस्कृतं सदा। ध्यायामि संस्कृतं सम्यक् वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। संस्कृतस्य प्रसाराय नैजं सर्वं ददाम्यहं। संस्कृतस्य सदा भक्तो वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। संस्कृतस्य कृते जीवन् संस्कृतस्य कृते यजन् आत्मानमाहुतं मन्ये वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। नमः सर्वेभ्यः। राम राम राम। अद्य सप्तमः वर्गः वा अष्टमः वा मया विस्मृतं। कोविद पठनस्य अस्माभिः समासः कः इति पठितम्। अष्टमः अस्तु। गतवर्गे द्विगु समासः इत्युक्ते कः इति वयं दृष्टवन्तः। का वदति द्विगु समासः इत्युक्ते कः?
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्कारः।
द्विगु समासः पूर्वपदं संख्यावाचकः भवति। समाहारद्विगुः नाम समाहारसमूहः अस्ति कथयति। वचनम् एकवचनं लिङ्गं प्रायः नपुंसकलिङ्गम् अथवा स्त्रीलिङ्गम्। पुल्लिङ्गमपि भवति।
पुल्लिङ्गमपि भवितुमर्हति। उत्तमं, सम्यक्। अत्र उदाहरणं वदतु। पुल्लिङ्गं न, प्रथमं नपुंसकलिङ्गं स्त्रीलिङ्गं वदतु।
नपुंसकलिङ्गं त्रयाणां भुवनानां त्रिभुवनं।
त्रयाणां भुवनानाम् अनन्तरं किं पदम्?
पञ्चानां वटानां समाहारः पञ्चवटी।
त्रयाणां भुवनानां विग्रहवाक्यं न।
समाहारः त्रयाणां भुवनानां समाहारः त्रिभुवनं।
A group of three lokas, three bhuvanas इत्यर्थे भवति। त्रयाणां भुवनानां समाहारः त्रिभुवनम्।
पञ्चानां वटानां समाहारः पञ्चवटी। पञ्चवटी,
सम्यक्, उत्तमं भगिनि। अत्र
सप्तानाम् अह्नां समाहारः सप्ताहः।
सप्तानाम् अह्नां समाहारः सप्ताहः। सम्यक्।
अह्नां समाहारः सप्ताहः पुल्लिङ्गः।
सप्ताहः पुल्लिङ्गः। सम्यक् भगिनि, उत्तमम्। अत्र पूर्वपदं संख्यावाचकः भवति। समाहार द्विगुः एव अस्माभिः पठ्यते। समाहारः इत्युक्ते समूहः। वचनं सर्वदा एकवचनम् एव। लिङ्गम् अत्र प्रायः नपुंसकलिङ्गः स्त्रीलिङ्गः, किन्तु पुल्लिङ्गे अपि भवितुमर्हति। उदाहरणं यथा भगिनी उक्तवती, त्रयाणां भुवनानां समाहारः त्रिभुवनम्, पञ्चानां वटानां समाहारः पञ्चवटी, सप्तानाम् अह्नां समाहारः सप्ताहः, a group of 7 days is a week इत्यर्थे भवति। अनन्तरं द्वन्द्वसमासः। द्वन्द्वसमासः इत्युक्ते कः?
द्वन्द्वसमासे इत्युक्ते च अर्थः सर्वपदसमान अर्थप्रधानम् अस्ति तत्र द्विविभेदाः सन्ति इतरेतरद्वन्द्वः समाहारद्वन्द्वः इति इतरेतरद्वन्द्वे उदाहरणं रामश्च लक्ष्मणश्च रामलक्ष्मणौ इति द्विवचने भवति you can also have several padangal, so you can have Rama Lakshmana Bharata Shatrughnau antima padasya lingam anusrutya samasta padam bhavati plural form la. Then samahara dvandvah dasi cha dasascha anayoho समाहारः दासी दासम् इति समस्तपदं भवति
समाहारद्वन्द्वस्य वचनं लिङ्गं सर्वदा
एकवचनमेव भवति and एकवचनं नपुंसकलिङ्गं
नपुंसकलिङ्गम् एव भवति तत्रापि द्विगुसमासे अपि नपुंसकलिङ्गम् एव समाहारद्वन्द्वसमासस्य अपि नपुंसकलिङ्गम् एव एकवचनम् एव कथं वयं जानीमः द्विगुसमासः वा अथवा द्वन्द्वसमासः वा इति
पूर्वपदं संख्यावाचकः in द्विगुः whereas in द्वन्द्वः it is not the case
सम्यक् उत्तमं भगिनि बहु सम्यक् धन्यवादः
धन्यवादः
चार्थे भवति सर्वपदप्राधान्यं दृश्यते द्विविधः इतरेतरद्वन्द्वः उदाहरणं रामः च लक्ष्मणः च एकैकपदस्य प्राधान्यम् अत्र अस्ति बहूनि पदानि अपि भवितुमर्हन्ति समाहारद्वन्द्वः यत्र समूहः इत्यर्थे भवति समाहारः द्वन्द्वः द्विगुसमासः द्वन्द्वसमासः समाहारे भवितुमर्हति भेदः कः अत्र द्विगुसमासे पूर्वपदं संख्यावाचकः भवति द्वन्द्वसमासे तु अत्र दासी च दासः च अनयोः समाहारः दासी दासम् समाहारद्वन्द्वः सर्वदा एकवचनं नपुंसकलिङ्गपदम् एव अत्र विग्रहवाक्यं दृष्ट्वा एव कति सन्ति इति वक्तुं शक्नुमः दास्यः च दासाः च एतेषां समाहारः वा अथवा एक दासी अस्ति दासः अस्ति अनयोः समाहारः वा इति विग्रहवाक्यं प्रसङ्गं दृष्ट्वा एव वक्तुं शक्नुमः अत्र दासी दासः इति एकवचने अस्ति चेत् अनयोः भवति दास्यः दासाः इति अस्ति चेत् एतेषाम् इति बहुवचने भवति अत्र अनयोः एतेषां पदस्य प्रयोगः कथं भवति इति मनसि स्थापयतु कानिचन उदाहरणानि पश्यामः कृष्णार्जुनौ विग्रहवाक्यम् उक्त्वा समासनाम सर्वे प्रयत्नं करोतु very few volunteers to attempt Abhyasa. If we are not going to do Abhyasa in class, then I will do only the teaching part. We can skip doing Abhyasa in the class, right? Every time I have to keep saying somebody please try, somebody please try. If you don't want to do Abhyasa, we can skip Abhyasa. I will do the teaching and give homework and you can do it at home by yourself.
Namaste. कृष्णः च अर्जुनः च
इतरेतर द्वन्द्वः
पाणिपादं पाणी च पादौ च समाहारः एतेषां
पाणी पादौ च सम्यक्
एतेषां समाहारः it is the second type नित्य
पाणी च पादौ च एतेषां समाहारः
नित्यसमाहारद्वन्द्व
समाहारद्वन्द्वः
समाहारद्वन्द्व
अत्र we have learned three Bhagini. What is the first one in the Dvigu
इतरेतर समाहारः.
in
So second type समाहारद्वन्द्व.
Samahara. So we learned last class, we learned Samahara Dviguhu, Iteretara Dwandvaha, Samahara Dwandvaha, Samasatrayam. Atra Pani Padam, Pani Cha, Padau Cha, Etesham Samaharaha, Pani Padam. Atra Napumsakalinge, Ekavachane Bhavati.
समाहार द्वन्द्व.
Samahara Dwandvaha.
त्रिलोकी. त्रयाणां लोकानां समाहारः.
सम्यक्. त्रयाणां लोकानां समाहारः त्रिलोकी. समास नाम
द्विगु.
द्विगु समासः. सम्यक्.
दासी दासं. दासी च दासश्च अनयोः समाहारः. समाहारद्वन्द्व.
सम्यक्. समाहारद्वन्द्वः.
हरिहरौ. हरि च हर च. हरि च हरौ.
Say it correctly.
हरिश्च हरिश्च
हरिश्च
हरश्च.
हरिश्च न भवति खलु अत्र. हरिश्च हरश्च.
इतरेतर द्वन्द्व. इतरेतर द्वन्द्व समासः.
इतरेतर द्वन्द्व समासः.
अहीनकुलम्. अर्थं न जानामि.
अहिः इत्युक्ते सर्पः. यत्र विरोधभावः दृश्यते. काकोलुकः. when there is a virodhabhava, अत्र समाहारद्वन्द्वः भवति.
Is it ahi च नकुलः च?
अहिः च नकुलः च.
इतरेतर द्वन्द्व.
विग्रहवाक्यं पूर्णं वदतु. अहिश्च नकुलश्च.
अहिश्च नकुलश्च समाहारः. तं नकुलं.
अहिश्च नकुलश्च. समासः कः?
समासः इतरेतर द्वन्द्व.
इतरेतर द्वन्द्वः कथं भवति?
Is it not one nakula and one serpent? Not that way.
Okay. One serpent, one nakula is there. Kintu atra vachanam?
Vachanam is okay. So it's ekavachanam napumsakalingam. So it's samaharaha. Samaharaha. So ahischa nakulascha समाहारः. अनयोः समाहारः.
Say the Vigrahavakyam correctly. Ahihi cha nakulah
cha अनयोः समाहारः.
अनयोः समाहारः. सम्यक्. अनयोः समाहारः.
It's समाहारद्वन्द्व.
समाहारद्वन्द्वः. सम्यक्. अत्र कृष्णार्जुनौ. कृष्णः च अर्जुनः च. अत्र अर्जुनौ इति द्विवचने भवति. इतरेतर द्वन्द्वः. अहिनकुलम् अहिः अस्ति नकुलः अस्ति किन्तु वचनम् अत्र किं वचनम् एकवचनम् एव तदर्थं समाहारद्वन्द्वः कथं वयं जानीमः इतरेतरद्वन्द्वः वा समाहारद्वन्द्वः वा अत्र at least 2 will be there in Dwandwa Samasah. Dwandwa means 2, minimum 2. Kintu atra ekavachane bhavati chet samaharadvandvah. द्विवचने बहुवचने भवति चेत् इतरेतरद्वन्द्वः. सम्यक् भगिनी, उत्तमप्रयत्नः.
धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः.
सुख दुःखे सुखश्च दुःखश्च
सुख कथं भवति?
सुखम्. ओके. सुखं च दुःखं च दिस् इस् द्विवचनम्. इतरेतर शब्दः. सो सुखं च दुःखं च, that's all.
सुखं च दुःखं च.
दुःखं च. सुख दुःखे इतरेतर शब्दः. सप्तशती संख्यावाचकम्.
उत्तमम्.
सप्तानां शतीनां समाहारः.
सप्तानां.
ओके. शतीनां. शती स्त्रीलिङ्गम्.
अत्र the samastapada comes in strilingam. What from the shat? What do you mean by saptashati? Durga saptashati, right? What do you mean by that?
Shastram? No.
Sapta is 7.
7.
7? 7 what?
Astrams?
Not Shastra.
Okay.
Anya kopi janati va?
Shatam ityukte 100.
Shatam iti bhavati.
Oh, okay.
So 700 ityarthe bhavati.
Okay.
So saptanam. इदानीं वदतु.
शतानां समाहारः.
किन्तु शत शब्दः नित्यम् एकवचने भवति. अपवादः अस्ति. सप्तानां शतस्य समाहारः. सप्तशती दुर्गा सप्तशती. सो 700 श्लोकास् इत्यर्थे भवति. सो सप्तानां शतस्य समाहारः सप्तशती. शतम् इति शब्दं सर्वदा नित्य एकवचने
एकवचनं.
द्विगुसमासः.
समाहारद्विगु. ओके. पञ्चपात्रम्. ओके. पञ्चानां पात्राणां समाहारः. पञ्चपात्रम्. अगेन द्विगुसमासः.
द्विगुसमासः. एकनिमिषम्. I think I should write
समाहारद्विगुः.
It will give more clarity.
Correct. There was little confusion between Samaharadviguhu and Samaharadvandvah.
Atra, can you explain, Bhagini, how can we say whether it is Samaharadviguhu or Samaharadvandvah? How can we say?
Purvapadam should be in Sankhya Vachaka for Dviguhu, Samaharadviguhu.
Atra Sapta iti Sankhya Vachaka padam bhavati che Dvigu Samasah.
Okay.
That is the clue.
Okay.
Saptanam.
Otherwise, both Dviguhu, I mean Samahara Dviguhu and Samahara Dwandvaha have Napumsakalingam and Ekavachanam.
Atra Dvigu स्त्रीलिंगे अपि भवितुमर्हति. किन्तु अत्र नपुंसकलिङ्गपदम् एकवचनं दृष्ट्वा द्विगुसमासः समाहारद्विगुसमासः वा अथवा समाहारद्वन्द्वसमासः वा Purvapadam Sankhya-vachaka Shabda Bhava. That is the question you have to ask.
Okay. Punya pape. Punyascha papascha.
Napumsakalingam.
Napumsakaling. Okay. Punyam cha papam cha.
Papaha, if you say, it should have been Punya Papau, right?
Correct. Pulingam. Correct.
That is the
this
clue.
is Napumsakalingam.
Napumsakalingam. Punyam
Okay.
cha papam
Papam
cha
cha.
Punya Pape.
Okay. This is Itaretara
Dwandwaha.
Dwandwaha. Hemanta Shishira Basantaha. Okay. Aneka padani santi. So, Hemantascha Shishirascha Vasantascha Etisham Samaharaha. Tascha Shishirascha Vasanta. Hemantascha Shishira Ratu Shishirascha Vasanta Ratuho Vasantascha.
Samasaha kaha.
Oh, singular means anayoho. But
What is the samasa?
Samahara Dwandwaha.
Why is it Samahara Dwandwaha?
Okay. I thought there are many aneka padani.
Aneka padani are there. Samaharaha ityukte, what will come in samasta pada?
Okay. Ekavachanam only. Okay. Ekavachanam napumsakalingam.
Ekavachanam napumsakalingam. Ekavachanam api na napumsakalingam api na.
Okay. Okay.
Tadartham samasaha kaha.
Oh, Digu Samasaha. Oh. Ittaretara.
Okay. Can you say the three samasas? What are the three samasas?
Digu Samasaha.
One second. Dvigu Samasaha. Dvigu Samase Bedatrayam asti kintu asmabihi ekaha prabedaha eva patyate. What is it?
Samahara Dviguhu.
Samahara Dviguhu. Dvigu Samase Sarve Shrunotu. Sarve Shrunvantu. All of you please listen. So Dvigu Samase looks like there is still not grasp of the basics. So Dvigu Samase Atra we have three Vedas, but we are studying only one. What is the Veda that we are studying?
Samahara Dviguhu.
Samahara Dviguhu. So Dvigu Samasasya, what is the first clue?
Sankhya-vachaka Shabdaha.
Sankhya-vachaka Shabdaha. Purva-padam Sankhya-vachakam. So the Purva-pada will be a Sankhya-vachaka Shabdam, right? So Sankhya-vachakam generally means a group of Ityarthe Bhavati, right? So group of three worlds, group of 5 patras, Ityarthe Bhavati, right? So the clue is 3, 5. Atra Trayaha, Trini, Chatvaraha, Chatasraha, Ityarthe Bhavati. So that is the first clue. Anantaram, Samasta Padam Katham Bhavati?
Ekavachanam and Napumsakalingam.
Ekavachanam, Napumsakalingam Athava?
Prayaha Ekavachanam Napumsakalingam. I mean, Ekavachanam eva. Prayaha Napumsakalingam Athava Strilingam.
Kintu Pullinge api bhavitum arhati, right? But the clue is if the Purva Pada is number, it is Dvigu Samasaha. And atra in the Vigrahavakyam, you should have Samaharaha. Kimartam atra Samuhaha ityarte bhavati. Tadartam Samaharaha iti padam Vigrahavakye bhavaniyam. Okay. So Saptanam Shatasya Samaharaha. How can you know? So leave out the Ikaranta part, Sapta Shata. So Saptanam Adya eva asmabhihi jnatam that shatam is nityam ekavachanam.
Ekavachanam.
Today only we have learnt it. Saptanam shatasya samaharah. If it is adhyayah, right? So ashtanam
अध्यायानां समाहारः
समाहारः
अष्टाध्यायी
अष्टाध्यायी. अत्र ईकारान्तं भवति वा नपुंसकलिङ्ग भवति वा इति कालक्रमेण एव ज्ञातुं शक्यते. इदानीं तु कण्ठस्थीकरोतु, right? These are all strilinga padas, these are all napumsakalinga padas. So that is with dvigu samasah. Dvigu samasasya anantaram vayam kim patitavantah? What did we study after that?
द्वन्द्व समासः
Dwandwa samasah. Dwandwa means
both चार्थ
charthe bhavati. There is at least two. There can also be more than two. इत्यर्थे भवति. द्वन्द्व समासे कति भेदाः सन्ति?
इतरेतरद्वन्द्वः समाहारद्वन्द्वः इति
भेदद्वयम्.
भेदद्वयम्.
अत्र इतरेतरद्वन्द्वः समाहारद्वन्द्वः. इतरेतरद्वन्द्वः इत्युक्ते कः?
भिन्न भिन्न पदानि स्तः and च इत्युक्ते समस्त विग्रहवाक्यं भवति. like रामः च कृष्णः च रामकृष्णश्च इति समस्तपदं. रामकृष्णौ इति इतरपदं.
स्टेप बैक.
रामः च कृष्णः च रामश्च कृष्णश्च. समस्तपदं रामकृष्णौ.
समस्तपदं रामकृष्णौ.
if there are अनेक पदानि रामः च कृष्णः रामः च लक्ष्मणः च भरतः च शत्रुघ्नः च then राम लक्ष्मण भरत शत्रुघ्नाः इति बहुवचने भवति.
So in इतरेतरद्वन्द्वः minimum वचनम् is
द्विवचनम् अथवा बहुवचनं.
minimum is द्विवचनम्, else it is बहुवचनम्. अत्र एकवचने न भवति. इतरेतरद्वन्द्व cannot be in ekavachanam. So that is our first clue. If the samastapada is minimum dvivachanam or bahuvachanam, it is itaretara-dvandvah. Of course, the purva pada should not be in, of course, it cannot be dvigu samasah, because dvigu samasah also is ekavachanam only, right? So if it is dvivachanam or bahuvachanam, it can only be
it can be only dvandva samasah.
Type
iteretara dvandva samasah
only, right? If it is dvivachanam bahuvachanam, then it can only be in
iteretara dvandva samasah.
iteretara dvandvah, right? And samastapadasya vachanam katam bhavati? Uttarapadasya lingam anushritya. Yeah, I shouldn't probably say vachanam. I should probably say prayogah, right? Because atra sukham cha dukkam cha becomes dukkam is napumsakalingam. Tadartam phalam phale phalani dukke iti bhavati. Krishnah cha arjunah cha ramah ramau tadartam krishnarjunau iti bhavati, right? So samastapada, the form takes the form of the uttarapada. If the uttarapada is in pullingah, then it will be dvivachanam, like ramah ramau. Uttarapada is
Srilingam means
Ganga cha Yamuna cha Ganga Yamune Lata Late. If Uttarapadam is Napumsakalingah, Sukham cha Dukkam cha Sukha Dukke Phalam Phale iti bhavati. Idanim pashyatu. Is it clearer now?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions from anybody before we? I think I feel everybody is kind of
No, we were
No
really,
point.
I was really confused. I raised my hand only because I wanted to learn
Learn.
better.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any questions now?
No, as of now, nothing.
Okay. Anybody else with any questions? I think of all the classes we have done, I feel the most diffident today. Any questions from anybody else? Prichatu.
Saptashati is the Samasta Padam, which is in Strilingam. So will that have an impact on the Vigrahavakyam Uttarapadasya Lingam?
I don't think I understand your question, Bhagini. Shamita. Will that have...
So Saptashati is the Samasta Padam, which means it has to be in the Antima Padam is in Strilingam, which is why it is Shati. So should we say Saptanam Shatasya Samaharaha, or instead of Shatasya should we use the or Nadi Nadyoho like that?
No. No. So let me okay, let's go back to this example. Panchavati. Vigrahavakyam kim?
Panchanam Vatanam Samaharaha.
Becomes
Panchavati.
Panchavati. How did you write the Vigrahavakyam there?
Panchanam Vatanam only.
Vata is what lingam?
Pullingam.
Pullingaha. Vataha. Right? So,
yes.
Do say it for Tribhuvanam.
Trayanam Bhuvananam Samaharaha.
Atra Bhuvanam is?
Napumsakalinga.
And the Samasta Pada is also Napumsakalinga. Now, you do not, if it is Navaratram.
Navanam Ratri Nam Samaharaha. Ratri is Strilingam.
But your Vigrahavakyam has?
The Samasta Padam is Navaratram.
Samasta Padam is Navaratram. But your Vigrahavakyam has?
Ratri Nam, I think is Strilingam.
Strilingam, right? So, the Samasta Pada can be in Napumsakalingam, Strilingaha. Sometimes it can be in Pullingaha. Now, you take each of the Shabda and see what is the original Lingam for that. Accordingly, your Vigrahavakyam will change. Navanam, now Navaratram is there. Nava is, of course, Navanam. Ratra means it is Ratri, 9 nights, ityarthe bhavati. So, Ratri Shabdaha. So, Navanam, Ratrinam Samaharaha, Navaratram. But it is, why is it not Navaratri and not Navaratram? You can take it as is, right? It is only Navaratram, it is not Navaratri.
You said that is Apavada,
it is not Apavada. There is a rule for it, but for now, whatever padas we are taking, if it is Strilinga, we take it as Strilinga. If it is Napumsakalinga, we take it as Napumsakalinga. Now, your question is the other way around. You are asking, why is it not Shatina? There is no word called Shati. Sapta Shati means what? 700. Ityarthe bhavati. Sapta is Saptanam. Shati comes from the word Shatam. So, Saptanam, Shatas, it should be Shatanam, but Shatam iti padam sarvada nitya ekavachanam eva. So, it is Shatasya. Same with Sahasram also. I think Sahasram is also nityam ekavachanam. You will see examples in the internet that says Shatana, but because people are so used to saying in Bahuvachanam, they allow. But Panini Maharishi has said Shatam is only Nityam Ekavachanam. Shatasya is only the right form. But in the exam, they might give if you write Shatana. Pustake udaharanam asti va iti maya na jnatam, kintu purvam patitam. Shatam is only Ekavachanam. So it is Shatasya.
So it cannot be Sapta Shataha, it cannot be Sapta Shatam. It is Saptashati, and this again is by rule.
Rule, yes. It is not Saptashataha, it is not Saptashatam. It is Saptashati only, which translates to Saptanam Shatasya Samaharaha. Correct.
Oh, Dhanyavad. So we should, when we see a Strilinga Padam, we should go back to Panchavati and accordingly do it.
Correct. So keep the three in mind. Tribhuvanam, Panchavati, Saptaha. Keep these three in mind and then accordingly. How do you do? Take the first number, Sankhya, take the second pada and see what is the original word. Accordingly, your Shashti Bahuvachanam will change. Bhuvananam, Ratrinam, Anham. Ahan Shabdasya Shashti Bahuvachanam is Anham. So accordingly, it will change.
Dhanyavad.
Anya prashnah. If mixed lingas are there, Ramaha cha, Sita cha. So you can write. So you can, So usually it is Sita cha, Ramaha cha, Sita Ramau iti bhavati. So there is a subtle nomenclature that is followed. For example, we don't say Parameshwaraha cha Parvati cha. It is usually Parvati Parameshwarau. When you say the couple, you say the Lakshmi Narayanaha. So you always say the female first. So there is a subtle rule that is applied there. So Sita and then Rama. You don't say Rama and Sita. Sita Ramaha. Sita Ramau is what the Vigrahavakyam. Similarly, I think there is also another one that says, depending on the number of aksharas, the shorter aksharas will come first and then the dirgha aksharas will come later. I don't know the full rule. But for now, what is our lakshyam? We are not going to randomly construct Vigrahavakyams, right? Vijay Lakshmi Bhagni, our aim is not to construct random Vigrahavakyams. No. Asmakam Lakshyam Kim? Samasta Padam Drishtva Vigrahavakyasya Lekhanam Shaknomi Va. Looking at the Samasta Pada, can I write the Vigrahavakyam? Looking at the Vigrahavakyam, can I write the Samasta Pada? That is our Lakshyam. So can it be Ramaha cha Sita cha? Yes, you can write together. And there is another one also. So for example, Ramaha cha Krishnaha cha Rama Krishnau eva. You don't say Krishna first because in that chronological order becomes important. So Rama came first in Treta Yuga and then Krishna came later in Dwapara Yuga. So it is Rama Krishnau eva. So there are subtle nuances there which is beyond the scope of our class. Again, go back to the Lakshyam. It can be mix and match, right? It can be Parvati cha Parameshwaraha cha Parvati Parameshwarau. Parvati, Lingam Kim?
Parvati Strilingam.
Strilingaha. Parameshwaraha?
Pullingaha.
Pullingaha. So Parvati cha Parameshwaraha cha
Parvati Parameshwarau.
Varau. Kimartam Parameshwaraha.
Uttarapadasya lingam.
Lingam, correct. So can it be in mixed lingas? Yes. Now, can we write it randomly? Mostly yes, but there are exceptions and there are subtle nuances around how the order appears. The Sita Rama is an example. Parvati Parameshwarau is another example. Brahma Vishnu Shiva, I think that is another one. I told one more, right? Ramakrishna, that is another one. So there are subtle nuances which are followed. Whether it is officially given in the Vyakaranam, I don't know. But there are subtle rules that are followed. But our aim is not to learn the rules. Our aim is to Samasta Padam Drishtva Vigrahavakyam Drishtva Samasta Padam. That is our goal. Can we have one singular and one plural in Vigrahavakyam? Itaretara Dwandwaha Vaktum shaknumaha. If there is one female helper and many male helpers, prasange bhavitum arhati. Suppose there is a princess who has only one helper who is female, and then group of bunch of male helpers, you can say dasi cha, dasaha cha, etesham samaharaha. Yes. But when we are following, we will follow ekavachanam anayoho, bahuvachanam etesham. Prasangam drishtva atra bedaha bhavitum arhati. You can say you can have one female helper, many male helpers. Yes, possible. But we will follow ekavachanam anayoho, bahuvachanam will be etesham. Devasurav. Deva, correct. Devasurav. Devaha cha, asuraha cha. Devasurav. Deva or Devaha cha Asuraha cha Devasuraha iti bhavitum arhati. Devasuram Devaha cha Asuraha cha etesham samaharaha Devasuram. Atra viroda bhavaha asti tadartam samahara dvandvaha bhavitum arhati. Satyam. So, Pragati Bhagni has nailed it. So, if you are given Deva Surau, it can only be Itaretara Dvandvaha. If you are given Deva Suram, it can only be Samahara Dvandvaha. That is our learning.
Correct.
So, is it Ekavachanam, Bahuvachanam, or Shamedam? Is it Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam, or is it Ekavachanam? Napumsakalinga. That is our clue. Yes, Lata Bhagni, I had given no Sukham cha, Dukkam cha, Sukha Dukke. How? Explain that.
Sukham, my doubt is Sukham cha, Dukke cha also gives Sukha Dukkeva. Dukke cha. Dukkam oda second Vivachanam எழுதினாலும் Sukham cha, Dukke cha இருந்தாலும் Sukha Dukkeva.
You're going one step not required, Bhagini, right?
Right.
So you are asking each one can be in individual vachana. Everything can be if you are having one sukham and two dukkhas in life, you can say.
Okay.
Right? But for now, sukha dukke is itaretara dvandvaha. Again, I think we are all digressing from the lakshyam here.
Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize. I'm just saying, if you start doing all the combinations, the basic foundation will go away. So, as of now, it will be Sukham cha, Dukkam cha. That will be the Vigrahavakyam which will be given to you.
Sure.
So, it will be Sukha Dukke. If Sukha Dukke is given there, Sukham cha, Dukkam cha will be the Vigrahavakyam. If it is Sukha Dukkani, right, then it will be Sukhani cha, Dukkani cha, Sukha Dukkani. Or you can say, one second, laptop, iPad. You have to be careful. So, are the other combinations possible? Everything is possible based on prasanga. There is no rule that you have to, if you experience one sukham, you have to experience one dukkam only. If you experience multiple sukhas, you have to experience multiple dukkhas. No. You can say, this is giving me happiness. These two are giving me dukkha now. Everything is possible, but that is not our lakshya here. Our lakshyam is sukha dukke iti asti chet sukham cha dukkam cha. Sukham cha dukkam cha is given, it will be sukha dukke. So go back to, try not to question, are these combinations possible? Try to avoid that question. It can get very confusing. I think in the next, like once you complete Kovida and then maybe if you attend a specific Samasa class, I think a little more Dirgha and in-depth learning would be possible, because by then you would have studied all the basic niyamas. So that will be my recommendation. Go back to the Lakshya. Can it be this and that? Can it be Ekavachanam, Bahuvachanam? Can it be Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam? That is not the, but yeah, your question is valid in the sense, if they give Sukham cha, Dukke cha, then it will be Sukha Dukkani, because there is one Sukham, there are two Dukkas. So 1, 2, 3. So it will be Bahuvachanam. Sukha Dukkani will be the Samasta Pada there. But at this level, they will not give like that. It will be Sukha Dukke will be given Sukham cha Dukkam cha. Sukham cha Dukkam cha will be because in general, we say life is full of happiness and sadness. We will not say life has one happiness and two sorrow. We don't say it like that. So instead of specific situations, these are all very generic that we say. So if you're questioning, can I, without the Samasta Pada, if your mind is going into, and I'm saying this for everybody, if without the Samasta Pada, your mind is going to, can it be this plus this? Can it be that plus that? Stop. Samasta Pada will be given, I have to say the Vigrahavakyam. Stop there. If your mind is asking, you're thinking in the air, right? There is nothing in front of you. Your mind is asking, can I say x plus y, y plus x? Stop. X, y will be given. You have to say x and y in a Vigrahavakyam form. So go back, stop there and go back. Now, after we finish all the samasas, you write Kobida, and then the next step, you can go a little bit in. I can cover, because I have done Kovidan, after that I have done little more of study with Samasa. I can actually explain in class, but it will be very overwhelming for others because it is not in the scope of Kovida. So which is why go back to the Lakshya. If you're thinking without a Samasta Pada in front of you, stop. I have to look at a Samasta Pada and say the Vigrahavakyam. Can I have yeah, usually the reverse will come in mind, right? You will think, can I have a Vigrahavakyam like this? Stop. Samasta Pada will be given, can I write the Vigrahavakyam? That should be the goal. I have seen, even when I was studying, if I am wandering too much, I will basically forget the fundamentals. So even I have to stop myself from thinking beyond the scope. Define the scope, define the boundary of what we are learning. It will make what we are learning strong. Which is why when the question is asked, can I say Ramaha cha Sita cha? I am not encouraging it, because there is a subtle rule there. You will not be given Ramaha cha Sita cha. You might be given Sita Ramau. You have to write Sita cha Ramaha cha. Or you will be given Sita cha Ramaha cha. You have to write Sita Ramau. Now there is, whether this Vigrahavakyam will come, stop there, because you don't have the Samasta Pada. There is a subtle rule, like I mentioned. Parvati Parameshwaro, Rama Krishna, Brahma Vishnu, Shiva. So there is a, so because we say it in that, creation happens, protection happens, and then samharam happens. You don't start with the samhara, right? So there is an order in which the events happen. So Brahma comes first, Vishnu comes first, and then Shiva follows. So creation, protection, and then destruction, samhara. Are there some more possibilities of samahara dvandvaha, parts of bodies, parts of... So how does that matter? प्रश्नः कः?
So we are given a Samasta Padam
Mm.
and we have to write the Vigrahavakyam.
Mm.
Because of the examples you are given, we know that Pani cha, Padam cha, etesham samahara is a Samahara Dwandwa, not Itaretara Dwandwa.
No, wait. Even if I don't give the example, if Samastapada is Pani Padam, it can never be Itaretara Dwandva, even if I don't give the example.
Oh, I
Why
missed
it
that.
can never be Itaretara Dwandva? Pani Padam is the Samastapada, right?
Napumsakalinga Ekavachanam.
So it can never be Itaretara Dwandva. If I say Pani Padaha, then Pani cha, Padau cha, Pani Padaha.
Okay.
But in general, the usage is Pani Padam Prakshalaya. It is you said as a go wash your hands and feet. Ityarte bhavati.
Okay.
So even if I don't give the example, by looking at the Samastapada, you can say whether it is Itaretara Dvandvaha or Samahara Dvandvaha.
Okay. It will be Vachanam or Bahuvachanam only, the Samastapadam. In which case, we can think Itaretara. Otherwise, if Napumsakalinga Ekavachanam, we must think only Samahara Dvandva.
Correct. Spot on, correct.
Thank you.
So other combinations examples are not required. By looking at the Samastapada, you can say. Now, similarly, how do I do whether it is Itaretara Dvandvaha or Samahara Dvandvaha? If the Vigrahavakyam is given, if it says Samaharaha in the Vigrahavakyam, then it is only Samahara Dvandvaha. Dasi cha, dasaha cha. Anayoho samaharaha can only be samahara dvandvaha. If it is dasi cha, dasau cha, dasi, dasau, then it is itaretara dvandvaha. Dvivachanam, dasaha iti pullinga padasya dvivachanam. So the examples are not required. By looking at the samastapada, you will be able to say whether it is itaretara or samahara dvandvaha. By looking at the Vigrahavakyam, if the pada samaharaha is there, then it is samahara dvandvaha. You know. Any other questions? Again, if you are thinking, can this combination come? Stop. Look at the Samastapada, say the Vigrahavakyam. Look at the Vigrahavakyam, say the Samastapada and the type of Samasa. That's it. Stop. If you're thinking, can I say X plus Y plus Z, Z plus X plus Y, Z in Bahuvachanam, X in Ekavachanam, Y in Bahuvachanam, stop. X, Y, Z, if three are there, right? And it is in Bahuvachanam, then it is Itaretara. If X, Y, Z are there, but it is in Ekavachanam, then it is Samahara, right? That is what we are trying to learn here. Combinations is not our goal. Any combinations based on the Prasanga, it is possible. Definitely possible. Now, Panchanam, Patranam, Samaharaha, those two have to be in Shashti Bahu. Atra, there is no exception. You cannot say Panchapatranam. The Vigrahavakyam has to be Panchanam, Patranam, Samaharaha, Panchapatram. Patra iti padamasti, Pancha iti padamasti, Shashti Bahu, Panchapatram iti ekavachane, tadartam Samaharaha kaha, Dviguhu, kimartam pancha iti sankhyaavachakaha. Tadartam dvandva samahara dvandvaha na.
And samahara dviguhu, the Vigrahavakyam always should contain the Sashti Vibhakti.
Shashti Bhagavacham. Because
Shashti
how do we say it? We say group of three words. Of three words. So that of is Shashti Bahu. Correct.
Okay. That is another difference. Yes.
Correct. It has to be correct. It has to be in Shashti Prayoga. Whenever you say group, of preposition is understood, right? So of is
In this, we
Dasharatha.
don't use anayoho etesham in the
Mm.
dvigu. And in only in the Dwandwa samaharaha, we use
Correct.
anayoho or etesham depending upon the vachanam.
Correct. So if this is given, Panchanam Patranam Samaharaha, now Panchapatram, Patri, Patram, with Kantasti practice, you will know. You will write Samahara Dviguhu, right? If Panchapatram is given, the trick is to not write Pancha cha, Patram cha, Anayoho Samaharaha, Samahara Dwandvaha. You should not write that. That is the catch. Vigrahavakyam, it is always easy to look at the Vigrahavakyam and write the Samastapada. From the Samastapada going to the Vigrahavakyam is tougher, which is why most of my exercises are Samastapada to Vigrahavakyam. That is tougher. And we should not write Panchapatram as Samahara Dwandvaha, because Purva Padam is Sankhya Vachakaha. Tadartham, it is Dviguhu. That is what we need to remember. Okay. Is it better now?
Definitely better.
Okay. Better than 15 minutes before?
Definitely.
Okay. Others? If you have questions, now is the time to ask. And if I think it is beyond scope, I will just say it is beyond scope. Stop there. It is not the Lakshya, I will say. But you can ask. Be ready for, if it is beyond scope, for me to say beyond scope. But ask if you have doubts. Please don't keep doubts to yourself.
Namaste, Bhagini. My question is not on this chapter. It is from the previous chapter. So we had an example. The Samasta Padam was Sajjanaha, and the Vigrahavakyam for that was San Adhikam Janaha. So if you take Sun, it's in the Pratama Vibhakti form of the Sat Shabdaha. So we write the Pratipatikam as Sat and Jana. Sat and Jana becomes Jashtvam and then Shchutvam, and then it becomes Sajjanaha. So that one is straightforward. So I got tripped up on the second one, Bhagini. So the second example we had was Sanmitram. And the Vigrahavakyam for that was Sat Mitram. And I didn't understand why it is Sat Mitram.
Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam is Sat for Napumsakalinga.
Prathama Vibhakti for Napumsakalingam it is Sat. Ashtadhyayila I could not get it, Bhagini. So maybe that is probably why I was struggling. Okay. Sat potadana only the Pullinga version is coming. Okay. The Napumsakalingam version wasn't coming. Okay. So the Prathama Vibhakti form is Sat. Okay. That explains it. Correct. I got it now.
It is very similar to Patan, Patanti, Patat.
I see. Okay.
Pratipadikam is Patat. Patati.
Okay.
Shamitam. Patat. Patanti. Patanti. Patat. Right? How does the Prathama go? It goes Patan. Patanti. Patat.
Patat. Okay. Okay. I got it.
So San, okay. San, Sati, Sat. Similar to Pratipadikam, Sat, Sati, Sat. I'm saying it in the three lingas.
Got it.
So if you get confused with the Sat Shabda, it is very similar to the Patat Shabda that we have learned. So Patati Saptami only becomes as Sati, which is Sati Saptami Prayoga.
Sorry, can you repeat that once again?
In Sati Saptami Prayoga, how does the Sati Shabda go? It goes Sati, Satyam, Sati, right? Saptami Vibhakti Prayogaha. It is similar to Patati.
Okay.
Patati, right? We say Patati. How does it go? Patan, Patantam, Patatya, Patata, Patate, Patataha, Patataha, Patati, right? Correct. So that Sat Shabdasya Pullingaha Saptami Vibhakti Prayogaha. Patati is what is Sati.
Sati. Okay. So the Prathama Vibhakti. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Bhagini.
Any other questions? Please flip through and see if you have anything else, and then we will go further. पृच्छतु भगिनि. Unmute कर्तुं न शक्यते वा? गायत्री भगिनी पृच्छतु. एकनिमिषं. श्रीदुर्गा भगिनी प्रथमं पृच्छतु, अनन्तरं गायत्री भगिनी.
एकनिमिषं भगिनि, प्लेन् इस् गोयिङ्ग्.
श्रीदुर्गा भगिनी पृच्छतु.
भगिनी प्रादिसमासे डौट् इरुक्कु भगिनी. अतिक्रान्तः देवम् अतिदेवः. Why it is Adidevah, not Devam? Also Pratigataga Aksham, Pratyakshah. So Uttara Padathoda idu nama follow panna matoma Samasa adula.
Correct. So the Atikrantaha Devaha means beyond ityarthe bhavati, right? That is why you can think of an example loosely. If I have to say, it is like this: Ubhayataha, Paritaha. How do we say? We say it in Dvitiya Vibhakti, right? So similarly, beyond God, ityarthe bhavati chet, it will be in Dvitiya Vibhakti. But somebody beyond God will be a Pullinga or a Strilinga or a Napumsakalinga. So you can say Atikrantaha Atikrantaha Devam dash Pita, right? You can say, or Guru.
Okay.
Guru who. So Atidevaha Guru who.
Okay, so the Guru is Atidevaha. Okay.
Atideva Mata. And then Atidevam Mitram. So my friend is beyond God for me. Ityarte bhavitum arhati.
Understood. Okay.
So the Devam Atikrantaha, the going beyond comes in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Good question. So it will be Devaha, Devam, depending on for which pada this becomes the Viseshana.
Understood, Bhagini.
So by default, when the Viseshyam is not given, you write it in Pullinga.
Astu, Bhagini.
By default, in the exam also, because if it is given as a sentence, by looking at the Vakyam, you will be able to say Vakyam na padameva samasta padameva asti Vigrahavakyam eva asti ityukte atra Pullingaha. Assume that this is defining a Pullinga pada and you write.
Astu, Bhagini. Okay. Dhanyavada, Bhagini.
Sorry, Bhagini, here plane is going again and again. I am not able to.
I am able to hear.
I have a doubt. This Itaretara Dwandwa, we have more than one Namapada. Correct? It is allowed 2 or more than 2.
Correct.
Samahara Dwanda will always have only 2 padas.
No, it can be many. So suppose you are offering patrani cha phalani cha pushpani to etesham samaharaha, you can say patra pushpa phalani.
Okay.
Patra pushpa phalam. You can say, you generally won't offer one. You can say patra pushpa phalam.
Okay, I cleared. Thank you. Thank you, Bhagini.
It can be more. I'm just thinking of another example.
Palam pushpam, correct. Patra pushpa palani.
All these are offered. If you say it as a group, you can say it in Napumsakalinga Ekavachana.
Okay, Bhagini. Thank you.
But I have to say, again, you are operating without a samasta pada in front of you. Gayatri Bhagini?
Yes?
Again, you are operating without a samasta pada in front of you.
Which one?
Your question now, can it come? You're asking, right? Again, you're operating without a samasta pada in front of you.
I'm not getting you, Bhagini.
So I said, what is our lakshyam?
Of course, Vigrahavakyam, we should be able to tell. Okay. The doubt came because it have opposite meaning, you said, no? Akinakulam.
So if it is there, then it should be there, is not there. Dasi dasaha is not virodha bhavaha.
Correct. I got your point.
So it has to be virodha bhavaha. No.
Okay.
Pani padam is not virodha bhavaha.
Okay.
Ahinakulam becomes kaka ulukaha becomes virodha bhavaha. But it is not a compulsion there.
Okay. So far in examples, we have not come across samahara dvandvaha with more than two padarthas. That is why.
So that is why I'm saying stop there.
Okay.
So stop there, and then you should be at a point where suppose there is the example that I gave. Say in the example, it comes patra pushpa phalam. By looking at that, you should be able to say it is samahara dvandvaha and write the Vigrahavakyam. It doesn't matter whether the examples we have seen has 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Right? So tune your mind to see whether it doesn't matter whether such examples exist or not. That is, I am not worried about what examples exist there. I am worried about whether by looking at the samasta pada, can I figure out if it is samahara dvandvaha.
Okay, I got your point.
Change your mind that way. But yeah, I want to clarify, it is not, in your mathematical terms, it is not a necessary condition.
Okay, I got it. Thank you very much.
Begini. Begini, इतरेतर समास द्वन्द्वतல பார்வதி ச பரமேஸ்வரஹ ச பார்வதி பரமேஸ்வரவ் எழுதுறோம். இப்போ விக்கிரகவாக்கியம் இருந்தா நம்ம சமஸ்த பதம் ஈஸியா எழுதிடுறோம் பகினி. ஆனா பார்வதி பரமேஸ்வரவ் அப்படி கொடுக்கறச்ச நம்ம இதுல வந்து சமாஹாரக அப்படிங்கிற வார்த்தையை யூஸ் பண்றது இல்ல. அது ஏன் பகினி? த்விகூலையும் இருக்கு, இதரேத்தரத்துல மட்டும் இல்ல. அதுக்கப்புறம் இதுல சமாஹார துவந்துவத்திலையும் அந்த வார்த்தை சமாஹாரகவை யூஸ் பண்றோம். இதுவும் ரெண்டினுடைய சேர்க்கை தானே பகினி? அது அந்த வார்த்தை
ரெண்டோட சேர்க்கைய நம்ம குரூப்பா சொல்லல, ரெண்டோட சேர்க்கைய நம்ம தனித்தனியா தான் சொல்றோம். அங்க சமாஹாரகனா குரூப்னு அர்த்தம்.
சரி பகினி.
பார்வதி ச பரமேஸ்வரஹ ச பார்வதி பரமேஸ்வரவ் த்விவச்சனம் வந்ததுன்னா there are only two people there. It is not a group. So it is not a சமாஹாரக.
இதுல பகுவச்சனம் வராதா பகினி?
எப்படி வரும்? பார்வதி ச பரமேஸ்வரஹ ச.
ஓகே.
எத்தனை பேர் இருக்கா?
2 பேர் தான் பகினி இருக்காங்க.
அப்போ பார்வதி
பகினி இன்னொரு உதாரணத்துல தேவாக ச அசுராக ச கொடுத்திருக்குங்க பகினி. அப்பவும் அது வந்து சமாஹாரம் இல்லைங்களா பகினி? சேர்க்கை அப்படி
தேவாக ச அசுராக ச group. It is devas and asuras, not group of devas and asuras.
ஓ, அத அந்த மாதிரி புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். அஸ்து பகினி.
சமாஹாரஹனா group. So if you want to say devas and asuras fought, right? Devasuraha yuddham kritavantaha. So you will say devaha cha asuraha cha yuddham kritavantaha. So devasuraha yuddham kritavantaha. If you want to say a group of devasuras fought, right? Then you can say devasuram yuddham devasuraihi devasuram yuddham kritavan will not come. So yeah, the construction has to be carefully done there. Yeah.
அஸ்து பகினி. இப்போ தேவர்களும் அது செப்பரேட், அசுரர்களும் அது தனி. சோ ரெண்டு தனித்தனி தேவர்களும் அசுரர்களும் தனித்தனியா நம்ம எடுத்துக்கணும் பகினி. 2 பேரும் ஒரு குரூப் கிடையாது.
தேவாசுரர்களோட கூட்டம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா சமாஹாரக.
அஸ்து பகினி. தன்யவாதம் பகினி.
அந்த சமாஹாரக இஸ் கூட்டம்,
ஒரு குரூப் அந்த மாதிரி.
அப்படின்னு.
தேங்க் யூ பகினி.
प्रिय सकाः प्रियः सकाः समस्तपदम् Pradisamasah. So, Atikrantah Devam. So, Atikranta Devaha Guruhu. Atikranta, I think it should be Devi or Deva. I don't know that. So, Mata, right? Atikranta, Atidevam Mitram. Shri Vidya Bhakti. So, for now, Atidevaha will be Atikrantaha Devam. The Devam crossed beyond ityarthe. Beyond ityarthe, it will be in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Shubha Bhagini. Agraha Patam you can wait. Lata Bhagini, Prashnaha Kaha?
एक समस्तपदम् अस्ति प्रिय सकः विग्रहवाक्य प्रियः सखा ரூல் இவரோட ரூல் பிரகாரம் அதை சொல்லிடுங்க. பட் இது இந்த சமஸ்த பதம் ஃபீமேல்னு ஒண்ணு இருக்கா? சம்திங் லைக் சக்கின்னு ஏதாவது
So it will be Priya Saki, Priya Saki.
பிரியா சகி. அப்புறம் சகி யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
Saki is Saki only.
Oh, only for Pullingam it is Saka. Okay.
Pullingam in Uttarapada. Pullingam in Uttarapada.
Okay.
So Priya Saki will be Priya Saki, dear female friend. Ityarthe bhavati. So Priya Saki will be Priya Saki. Priya Sakaha, Priyaha Sakha.
बहु धन्यवादः.
Bhagini, Visheshana Purvapada Karmadharayah ஒரு சந்தேகம் இருக்கு. Can I ask? So, in Visheshana Purvapada Karmadharayah, the Pradipadikam we said is always going to be in Pullingam, இல்லையா?
Correct.
So, ana for example, Unnataha Vrikshahan வந்தாலும் Unnata Vrikshahan தான் எழுதணும், இல்லையா? Because Pradipadikam is Unnata. ஆனா பரீட்சையால நம்ம படிச்சோம் இல்லையா? We learned விசேஷணம் படிக்கும்போது we learned that என்ன எல்லிங்கம் யத்வச்சனம் யாச்சா விபக்தி விசேஷஸ்ய அதுதான் விசேஷணத்தோடதும் வரும் படிச்சோம் இல்லையா? But the only thing is they were two different padams. Would that not be applicable for Visheshana Purvapada Karmadharayah?
That is not applicable for a Samastapada. That is only applicable for the Vigrahavakyam.
Okay.
So, Unnata Balika only. If you separate it and write, you only say Unnata Balika. It has to be Unnate, Unnatani Bhavanani. But in Samastapada, when you write, it is Unnatani Bhavanani. But how do you write it?
Unnata Bhavanani.
Where is the Visheshana Visheshya rule there?
Unnathani oda Pratipadikam eduthu nama Samastapadhathila always we use. Adanala it becomes Unnatha. Then Bhavanani will be Bhavanani.
But it is Vachanam, is the Vachanam rule there?
There is no Vachanam rule there.
So the rule
that is why it is not applicable.
The rule that you are saying, Yatlingam, Yat Vachanam, Ya Vibhakti.
Vachanam.
Right? Unnate Bhavane. You are not writing it as Unnate Bhavane.
Unnate.
So that rule that you are saying does not apply for Samastapada.
Okay. Because the Vachanam, we are already altering it.
You've already altered the Vachanam. You're already altered the Vibhakti.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
Sundare
it.
Rame Mata Snihyati. It is not Sundare Rame Mata Snihyati. Samastapada is not Sundare Rame. It is Sundara Rame.
Sundara Rame.
Vibhakti is gone there. Atra Sundara
Already.
Vibhakti is already gone there. So that rule you cannot apply here. That rule is only for Pritak Pada. So each individual padas when you write, which will be in Vigrahavakyam. You cannot write Sundaraha Rame. You cannot write that way. It has to be Sundare Rame only.
Got it. Okay, very clear. Thank you, Bhagini.
Anybody else?
நமஸ்தே பகினி. எனக்கும் இந்த விசேஷண பூர்வ பதம் அந்த கிரக பாடத்துலதான் ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் வந்து
பாட்டம்
எத்தனாவது கிரக பாடம் வந்து 5 சுந்தரி நாரி. அதுக்கு வந்து ஆன்சர் வந்தபோது நான் வந்து சுந்தரிங்கிறது பிராதிபதிகம் சுந்தரின்னு எடுத்துட்டு சுந்தரி நாரின்னு எழுதிட்டேன். ஆனா ஆன்சர்ல வந்து சுந்தர நாரின்னு தான் இருக்கு.
நீங்க கிளாஸ் வரலையா? நான் விசேஷண பூர்வ பத கர்மதாரைக சொல்லி கொடுத்த போது கிளாஸ் வரலையா?
வந்தேன் பகினி. ஆனா எனக்கு அது கரெக்டா எனக்கு அந்த பிராதிபதிகம் தான் கொஞ்சம் நிறைய டவுட்ஸ் வருது அதுலதான்.
ஒரே ஒரு எக்ஸெப்ஷன் தான் பகினி. விசேஷண பூர்வ பத கர்மதாரைய மாத்திரம் விசேஷணத்தோட புல்லிங்க பிராதிபதிகம் யூ ஹாவ் டு டேக். ஜஸ்ட் லைக் இப்ப நான் மகத்துக்கும் சொன்னேன். ஐ டோன்ட் நோ இஃப் யூ ரிமெம்பர்.
மகத் ஞாபகம்.
ஆல்வேஸ் மகா, ரைட்? பெருசா ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல. If it is the விசேஷண பூர்வ பதம், if the பூர்வ பதா is the விசேஷணம், right? சுந்தரி நாரி அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? பியூட்டிஃபுல் லேடி.
பியூட்டிஃபுல் லேடி.
Beautiful is the விசேஷணம் for the விசேஷ்யம் லேடி. So it is விசேஷண பூர்வ பத கர்மதாரயः. Only in விசேஷண பூர்வ பத கர்மதாரயः. If the for the விசேஷண pada, if it is strilinga, you don't take the strilinga pratipadikam, you take it in the pullinga form.
Like unnataha, அதே மாதிரியே தான் இல்லையா?
ஆமா, unnata balika will be unnata balika. Only விசேஷண பூர்வ பத கர்மதாரயः.
அதே மாதிரி தான் இந்த இப்ப நீங்க சொன்ன அதே டவுட் தான் நான் நோட் பண்ணிருக்கேன். இந்த பிரியஹ சகா, பிரிய சகா, அதுலயும் எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஒரு இடத்துல சகி வருது, ஒரு இடத்துல எனக்கு அந்த சகி சகா புரியல.
So there are two different shabdas, Bhagini. So ikarantah pullingah sakhi shabdah. Ikarantah strilingah sakhi shabdah. There are two shabdas there. So
பிரியஹ வரும்போது புல்லிங்கம் வரணும் இல்லையா?
புல்லிங்கம் இகாராந்த becomes aha.
சகஹ.
ஸ்திரீலிங்கஹ will be ஸ்திரீலிங்கஹ only. சகி only. So you have to see whether it is pullingaha or strilingaha. Only in uttarapada.
உத்தரபதம். பூர்வ பதம் எப்போதுமே
சகினா சகிதா, சகினாலும் சகிதான்.
பூர்வ பதம் வந்து புல்லிங்கத்துல மட்டும்தான் இருக்கணும்.
For example, சக்யாஹா கிருஹம். Okay. So சக்யாஹா கிருஹம். Maybe I will show the one second. Just hold on. I will show the two. Give me 1 minute, Bhagini. I'll show the Shabda. I think then it will be clear. In fact, when I was doing this, creating this Grihapata, I had a doubt myself and I had to go clear it by looking at Ashtadhyayi so I can understand the confusion. Give me 1 minute. अष्टाध्यायी मध्ये so sakhi इकारान्तः पुल्लिङ्गः sakha sakhya sakhye sakyuhu sakyuhu sakyau sakhe the declension sakhi shabdah nadi shabdah
நதி சப்தம் மாதிரி.
Nadi, nadim, nadya, nadye, nadyaha, nadyaha, nadyam. So the declension varies. Can you see here? This is more. So
அதே மாதிரிதான் அந்த இடத்துல கிருஷ்ண சகஹ கொடுத்திருந்தது. அதே கிரக பாடம் இல்ல 6th அது. அங்க வந்து நான் அதான் எனக்கு அதை எழுதும்போது நான் நிறைய தப்பு பண்ணேன். அது வந்து கிருஷ்ணம் சகஹ வராதா? கிருஷ்ணனுடைய கிருஷ்ணஸ்ய
வந்தா
கிருஷ்ணஸ்ய திருப்பி அங்க வந்து சக்கா அதே தானே. அந்த சக்கா அந்த சக்கியில தான் எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் அந்த இது கொஞ்சம் விபக்தி கரெக்டா படிக்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அதுலதான் எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் டவுட் வருது.
நீங்க உடைய கரெக்டா சொல்றீங்களே, you are saying the உடைய. So
கிருஷ்ணஸ்ய அந்த சக்கா சப்தம் தான் எனக்கு இன்னும் நான் இன்னொரு தடவை படிச்சுக்கிறேன் பகினி. அந்த சக்கா சக்கி
அந்த அந்த கிருஷ்ண சகஹன்னு இருந்ததுன்னா சகஹ இஸ் புல்லிங்கஹ, right? So a male friend of Krishna, Krishna சகஹ குச்சேலஹ, கிருஷ்ண சகி ராதா, ஃபீமேல் ஃப்ரெண்டா இருந்தா கிருஷ்ண சகி.
அப்ப கிருஷ்ணஸ்ய சக்கான்னு வருது, அதுதான் எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் அது சக்கா
இஸ் த பிரதமா.
பிரதமா. ஓ சரி, அதான் அந்த சப்தம் கொஞ்சம் தப்பா படிக்கிறதுனால தான் நான் இப்ப இன்னும் ஒழுங்கா இப்ப புரிஞ்சு எடுத்து போயிட்டேன். ஏன்னா அங்கெல்லாம் டவுட் போட்டு வச்சிருக்கேன். இப்ப நான் கரெக்ட் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். ஏன்னா நான் பார்க்காம பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு பண்ணிட்டு அப்புறமா ஆன்சரை செக் பண்ணுவேன். அப்பப்ப கொஞ்சம் 1-2 டவுட் வருது. பட் கூடிய வரையும் பண்ண முடியறது. அதுதான். தன்யவாதங்கள்.
Deepa Bhagini.
Namaste Bhagini.
Are you seeing this example anywhere?
No, I just thought of it, Bhagini.
Why?
Because it is itaretara. If it were samahara dvandvaha, I would not have thought about it. Suddenly you said like sometime back we were talking about groups in itaretara, right? So at that time I got this in a class. If there are chatra.
No. So what did I say?
It is not in a group.
No. What did I say? Don't create.
Yeah. Of course you did. Thank you. Sorry.
Don't create examples.
Sorry, Bhagini. Sorry.
Don't create examples.
Yeah. Sure.
Can I see the Samastapada and write the Vigrahavakyam? Can I see the Vigrahavakyam and write the Samastapada?
Okay.
Don't create examples in your mind.
Okay.
Whatever you do from the class, do from the Grihapata, do from the Samasa Pustaka, do from a book that has examples. Don't create imaginary examples in your mind.
Okay, Bhagini, Shamyatam.
I'm repeatedly saying this because you can ask me and I can say if there is an exception, okay? But that is not part of Kovida.
Okay.
So you're unnecessarily confusing yourself. Why are you going to a point where you are creating, you're thinking of a class, you're thinking of a group of boy children and girl children? You don't have to go that way, that place at all. Kovida Lakshyam, Vigrahavakyam will be given to me. I have to write the Samastapada. Samastapada will be given to me. Can I write the Vigrahavakyam and name the Samasa? Go there. Don't go into the imaginary world where again I'm saying, if you are creating imaginary Vigrahavakyams and Samastapadas, we won't know at this level whether there is an exception or if there is a subtle difference.
Right, Bhagini. Actually, what happened is, I think now that you tell me, I listened to what you said regarding not overthinking it, but I didn't even realize that I was overthinking it actually.
See, when you're thinking chatra, do I have a Samastapadam in front of me is the question you have to ask.
Correct. Yeah.
Right? But now that you have said, if it is chatra, chatrau is given to me, can I write it as chatra cha, chatraha cha? Can I write it? Will I be able to write it and say that this is itaretara dvandvaha?
Okay.
Don't create examples in your mind. Your lakshyam is Samastapadam to Vigrahavakyam Samasanama, Vigrahavakyam to Samastapadam and Samasanama.
Sure, Bhagini. Sorry, actually, I
No,
didn't
don't
realize
have to
I was
apologize.
overthinking it.
Stop. Whenever you're going into an imaginary room with a different species together, stop.
Okay. Point noted, Bhagini. Thank you.
Yes, that is why I asked, are you seeing this example somewhere, right? If you're seeing the Samasta Pada somewhere, right? And you're telling me, Bhagini, I have an example where I am seeing this. Is this Vigrahavakyam, right? I will answer that question.
Okay.
But if you tell me, can I create this Vigrahavakyam and create the Samasta Pada, I'm going to stop you there.
Okay. Thank you, Bhagini.
Astu. I'm not curtailing imagination. It is going to cause confusion. We don't know the apavadas. We don't know the subtle nuances here.
Okay.
So if Samasta Pada is there somewhere, right, then the Samasta Pada has already been created considering all of those into account.
Okay.
Then I can confidently say it is this.
Can I ask this? Like, will we be encountering at a higher level these kind of combinations when we learn later? When we learn later.
Depends on how you pursue, Bhagini. If you go into a specific Samasa class with the corresponding Sutram and Apavadas, then you might encounter it there. It depends on how deep your learning is.
Okay.
Say if you pursue something else, right? Like for example, Sura Saraswati or Chittur, or say you pursue MA Sanskrit. So there, the level of detailing will be different.
Okay. Dhanyavadaha, Bhagini.
Sri Vidya Bhagini.
This word is given, Priya Sakaha, Priyaha Sakaha. Often the confusion comes, which samasa to apply. To me, Priyasya Sakaha, husband's friend, that also looks like a samasa that can be applied. Priyaha Sakaha also looks correct. Visheshana Purva Padam, appadinu thondrudhu. So, endha samasa eduthu ezhudhanum.
Okay, so that Priyaha, you are calling your husband as a dear person, right? It is usually, you won't say my dear's friend. You will say my dear husband's friend. So it is usually dear friend.
Okay.
So that Priyaha will be a qualification for Sakaha. Prasangam Drishtva, there could be an exception, right? Which is why we say Arthaha Katham Nyatum Shaknumaha Prasangam Drishtva Eva. But don't bring exceptions into these examples. Priya Sakaha is dear friend. That is what you will say. How many of us even say, even the husband as Priya Vidya Bhagini? Sorry. I'm very sorry. Maybe you have such a relationship. So, Priyaha Sakaha will only come. Priya Sakaha is Priyaha Sakaha. I think you have more dear friends. Right?
Okay. Like even the other example, just to give.
If it is, for example, if you want to say husband, mostly the qualification will be very specific. Bhartuhu Saka, Bhartru Sakaha. It will be very specific. My husband's friend. That your husband is dear to me is it is a very loose thinking. The dear can be anybody, right? Your Priya can be your daughter, it can be your friend, it can be your mother. So if you specifically want to say, qualify a friend, you will say who? My husband's friend will be Bhartuhu Saka Eva.
Okay. Now, one more example to ask you. Like, the Dukkha Agnina, இப்போ துக்கம் அக்னிஹி இவவா இல்ல துக்கம் இவ அக்னிஹியா அப்படின்றதே how do we decide?
So what is the upama there?
Agni. Agni.
So Agni comes where?
Second word.
Agni comes in the Uttarapada. So it will be?
Dukkam Agni iva. Dukkam Agni iva.
Correct.
Okay.
A sorrow which is like a fire. In fact, it comes in Mahabharata when Draupadi loses all her sons, right? She tells Yudhishthira and Bhima, this Dukkagnihi is burning me like fire. That's what she says. So, Agni can never, Dukkam iva Agnihi, sorrow like fire, fire which is causing sorrow. A sorrow which is as burning as a fire. Ityarthe bhavati. That Agni is used to describe the depth of that sorrow. Or the feeling that that you experience.
Okay. So actually you have to delve deep into the meaning of what that phrase or the word is. Adukapro you have to base your samasa.
Correct. So you can just say Dukkam is there, Agni is there. One experiences sorrow like a fire. So the fire comes in the Uttarapada. So it is Upamana Uttarapada Karmadaraya.
Okay. Got it. Thank you for this.
They feel better soon, Vidyabhagni. So that Avadharana and I had mentioned this in class, Dayabhagni. So there is a very subtle difference between Avadharana and Upama based on the context. Right? So what did I say in class? I said whatever examples we have given classified under Avadharana, take it as Avadharana. You're again going back to the same question. Can it not be Dukkaha eva Agnihi? Right? In this context, we won't say, like, you can't think in my life, you won't say the sorrow is the fire in my life. You can say Guru is Bhagavan in my life. Guru eva devaha. In my life, the greatest sampat is Vidya. You will not say that the greatest fire in my life is Dukkam. We won't say that. You have to ask that question. And I have no other God in my life. My greatest God is my Guru. We will say that. I have no other Dravyam in my life. My greatest asset is Vidya. So it is Avadharana. We will not say I have no other Dukkam in my life. My only Dukkam is Agni. We won't say that. Is it clearer now? So you can try framing that example that way. Guruhu eva devaha. The greatest God in my life is Guru. Vidya eva dhanam. In fact, you can even say that Mukham and Chandra also sometimes it is, even in Kavyams it is given, it is looking as though Rama's face by itself is Kamalam. There is actually a Kalidasa verse that actually says that. But for now, our understanding, try framing the sentence in this way. Will I ever say in my life, the Agni is greatest Dukkha or Dukkha is greatest Agni? No, we won't say that. Agni is an example that is given to compare the level of pain that we experience from the Dukkha. So it is Upamanam, which comes in the Uttarapada. Maybe this clue will help. Like, go back to Gurudeva. Guru is the greatest God in my life. Guruhu eva devaha. Dukkam eva agnihi. Will I ever say that? No. Is dukkha the Agni in my life? Okay. Any other questions? This Upamana Uttara Pada and Avadharana is very subtle. And for now, just look at the examples that we have done, and then if you mark it as Uttara, Upamana Uttara or Avadharana, and then the answer is given the other way around, understand that it is usually used in that context, which is why those examples are given. Sometimes it can be, like you can say, Mukham eva kamalam. The face itself is a lotus. You can actually, like in Tamil, we say adicha solradhu. So you can actually say it that way. It is there in Mukham kamalam eva, Mukham eva kamalam. You don't have to see lotus anywhere else. You can just see Rama's face and then you will see a lotus there. That context is also there. But for now, Mukham kamalam eva. You take it like that. I think in the book also there are a couple of confusing examples. I remember struggling when I was doing. Why is this Uttara? Why is this Avadharana? I don't know if the Abhyasa has an example of Vigrahavakyam, Mukhameva Kamalam. Somebody can check and let me know. I can go back to my book. Any other doubts? Where did you see this example? Shruti Bhagini. Is it not eva? Vivekaha eva, the sampadaha, it is the Bahuvachana Prayoga. Yeah. Yeah, your first part is okay. Sampat dadati iti sampadaha. Varam dadati iti varadaha. Upapada samasaha. Vivekaha eva sampadaha. Vivekaha eva sampad dadati. Eva. Vivekaha eva will not come there. It is not like. Discrimination is the greatest wealth. Ityarthe bhavati. Again, if you are going to the name, how have they coined that? Is it a treasure house of Viveka, Vivekasya Sampadaha? Or is it a reminder that Vivekaha is the greatest wealth? So the coining of the magazine's name, what are they trying to convey? So that only by looking at the prasanga, we will be able to say. By reading the magazine, your Viveka Bhava will experience Vardhanam, right? Vivekasya Sampadaha. You can take it in Tatpurusha also. So what are they trying to say with the Viveka Sampadaha? Or are they trying to say Vivekaha eva Sampat ityarthe bhavati va? Which is why by just looking at the pada, it is difficult for us to decipher outside the scope, right? But with practice, we can make ourselves familiar with the padas in the book, padas in the Abhyasa, padas in the PPT, padas in the Grihapata, padas in the assessment, and become familiar with it. If you take random words here and there, you have to know the context. Okay, any other questions? We'll finish this Abhyasa. I think I have one more. I wanted to start Bahuvrihi today. We will do it on Friday. Raguvasare karishyamaha. Purayatu Hemanta Shishira Vasantaha. Anya kopi prayatanam karotu. Maybe a little more clarity now so more people can try. Maybe that's why people didn't volunteer. I think you were not clear. If any concept is not clear, please feel free to mention so that I can revisit. There is no point in me going forward if people don't understand.
Bhagini? I can't see the screen, Bhagini. हेमंत शिशिर वसंताः हेमन्तः च शिशिरः च वसन्ताः च
वसन्तः च
वसन्तः अस्तु वसन्तः च समाहार द्विगुः क्षम्यताम् इतरेतर द्वन्द्वः इतरेतर
द्वन्द्वः
पुत्रकन्ये द्विवचनं भवति उत्तरपदस्य लिङ्गम् अस्तु इतरेतर द्वन्द्वः पुत्रः च कन्या च
पुत्रः च कन्या च
इतरेतर द्वन्द्वः
सम्यक् अन्य कोऽपि काव्य कुशलः
नमस्ते भगिनी काव्ये कुशलः सप्तमी तत्पुरुष समासः
एकनिमिषं भगिनी वदतु भगिनी काव्ये कुशलः
सप्तमी तत्पुरुष लता तन्वी लता इव तन्वी लता तन्वी उपमान उत्तरपद सम्यक् वा भगिनी
which is the upama here
tanvi
means
lata iva tanvi
what is lata
I thought it is slender lata like slender
so which is slender what is lata
lata is creeper
okay creeper and slender is which one
lata is very slender I took it in that way
lata is slender means we will say tanvi lata
right
okay. If the creeper is slender we will say tanvi lata
okay
Tanva
so
lata.
here tanvi is compared to lata
tanvi is what Tanvi means?
Tanvi. Na janami bagini.
You just said it. Tanvi means?
Slender. Is that right? I
Correct.
got out.
Tanvi means slender. Correct. So what are you trying to say?
Lata, Lata, Tanvi. Lata.
You said Lata Iva Tanvi, right? How did you say it? I'm just going to be little rough with you, right? So that everybody can start thinking along the right line. So bear with me here. So Lata Iva Tanvi. How did you say that?
I thought it's a Lata is as thin as slender. So it is Lata Tanvi Iva.
You said you saw Lata Tanvi, but immediately you said the Vigrahavakyam Lata Iva Tanvi. Correct?
Like,
So give me another example where Iva comes in between.
Iva. Chandra Mukham. Chandra Iva Mukham.
So there, what is Chandra?
This is Chandra is compared to Mukham is compared to Chandra.
Correct. So
here it is first one Bhagini, where it is Lata and Tanvi, both are in same Vibhakti.
We are not talking about Vibhakti at all here. Vibhakti doesn't even come here into picture. Go back to Chandra Mukha example.
Chandra Mukha. Mukha Iva Chandraha.
Mukha Iva Chandraha, is it?
Chandraha Iva Mukha.
Okay.
Face like moon.
Hold on. Pause. Take a breath. Slow down your thinking. Chandraha
Iva. Eva.
Chandraha Iva
Mukham.
So how will you frame this in English?
Face like moon like face.
So what is being compared and what is it compared to?
Face is being compared to Chandra, beauty of Chandra.
So what is the Upamanam here?
Upamanam is Chandra.
And it comes where, in Purva or Uttara?
It comes in Chandra Eva. Chandra Mukham. Chandra
Purva. So this is what Karmadharayaha?
Purvapada.
Upamana
Purvapada Karmadharayaha.
So Chandraha Iva Mukham. The Mukham is compared to Chandra and Chandra comes in the Purvapada. So it is Upamana Purvapada Karmadharayaha. Now, look at this example and think along the same lines. See, intuitively, you said it correctly, right? Lata Tanvi, without even knowing, like that Shanam itself, you beautifully said Lata Iva Tanvi. Now try to compare.
Tanvi Iva Lata.
No. Why Tanvi Iva Lata? Lata Iva Tanvi is correct. Now frame this in English.
As
Do you know Tamil?
No, Bhagini.
You don't know Tamil. Okay.
As it's like I feel like that. Please give the answer, Bhagini.
No, I'm not going to give the answer. That is never my style. So, Lata Iva Tanvi. Okay, there are two words there. Lata is there, Tanvi is there. Meaning of Lata, meaning of Tanvi. Tell me the meaning of Lata, meaning of Tanvi.
Lata is a creeper. Tanvi is slender. Slender creeper. Like Lata.
Eva is there. If Eva is there, what is the English word that will come? Like. So, frame the sentence now.
Slender like Lata.
Slender like creeper. Correct. Right?
Tanvi iva lata.
Tanvi iva lata na. Why
Yeah, lata iva tanvi. Lata iva tanvi.
So we say in Tamil, we say kodi idayal. Right? We say the waist, which is like a creeper. In Lalita Sahasranamam, it comes where Ambal's, the waist is compared to that of a creeper. So creeper is thin. Ambal's waist is so thin, like a creeper. So what the quality which is compared here is Tanvi, the slenderness, how thin it is that is compared is Tanvi. But what is it being compared to?
Lata.
Creeper. So Lata becomes the Upamanam, and it comes in the
Purvapadam.
So it
Purvapada Upamana.
Purvapada Upamana, na. It is Upamana Purvapada.
Upamana Purvapada.
Upamana Purvapada Karmadharayaha. So Lata is creeper, Tanvi is thin. Lata iva Tanvi, Lata Tanvi. Samasasya nama? Samasasya nama?
Upamana Purvapadam.
Upamana Purvapada Karmadharayaha.
Swarga Gataha, Swargam Gataha. Gata Shabdaha asti. Dvitiya Tatpurushaha. Purusharshabaha. Purushaha Rishabha iva. Rishabhaha Upamanam asti. Uttarapada. Upamanottara pada Karmadharayaha.
Samyak.
Varsha Purvaha. Varshena Purvaha. Varshena Purva Tritiya Tatpurusha. Vadana Kamalam. Vadanam Kamalam iva. Face is like lotus. Upamanottara pada Karmadharayaha.
Very good. That's
Upamanam Uttarapada.
That's all. Vadana Kamala, face lotus. Face is like lotus. The lotus comes in the Uttarapada. So Upamana Uttarapada Karmadharaya. That's all. Vadanam Kamalam Iva is given. Vadana Kamalam Upamana Uttarapada. So whenever you find a Samasta Pada in Samasa, you can't write without. If you don't know the meaning of Tanvi, it is tough to create this. So as thin as a creeper. Her waist is as thin as a creeper. Lata iva Tanvi. That is the meaning that comes there. Uttamam Bhagini. Very good.
Kailasaha iti adrihi. Ekanimisham Bhagini. Kailasaha iti. Sambhavana Purvapada.
Sambhavana Purvapada
Karmadharayaha.
Karmadharayaha. Specific name in a species or a class.
Jnana Yajnaha. Jnanaha eva yajnaha. Jnanam eva yajnaha.
Jnanam eva yajnaha.
Avadharana Purvapada Karmadhara. Kupurushaha. Kutsitaha Purushaha. Kusamasaha. Veda Sampat. वेदः एव सम्पत्.
वेदाः एव सम्पत्.
एव अवधारणापूर्वपदकर्मधारयः. देवब्राह्मणः मध्यमपदलोपि विग्रहवाक्यं देवं पूजतः वा?
देवपूजकः ब्राह्मणः. सम्यक्. अत्र मध्यमपदलोपि is slightly tricky. That is the only one I found it tough too, because that lopa, what it is, it's difficult to kind of decipher.
भगिनी मध्यमपदमेव. काकबलिः काकेभ्यः बलिः चतुर्थी तत्पुरुष समास.
सम्यक्. वेरि गुड्.
धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः. सम्यक् कृतम्.
நான் இது பண்ணிட்டேன், அதனால நான் சொல்றேன். மகேஷக வந்து மகான் ஈஷக, அது வந்து விசேஷண பூர்வபத கர்மதாரயக. அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து ஜல மிஸ்ரக, மிஸ்ரக வந்திருக்கிறதுனால திருத்தியா தத்புருஷக ஜலேன மிஸ்ரக.
பகு சமயக்.
அதுக்கப்புறம் இளவ பகினி நான் பண்ணிட்டேன், அதனால நீங்க அதிதேவக அதிக்ராந்தக தேவம் அதிதேவம். அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து
சமாசநாம
சமாசநாம அதிக்ராந்தக பிரதி பிரதி பிராதி சொல்லும். பிராதி சமாசக, பிரதின்னு எழுதியிருக்கேன். பிராதி சமாசக அதிக்ராந்த அந்த வருதுனால. அடுத்தது வந்து அதே ஆர்டர்லயே ஷோக பயம், ரோக பயம், ரோகாத் பயம். ஏன்னா பயம் இருக்கிறதுனால பஞ்சமி தத்புருஷக. அடுத்தது வந்து சந்திரகுப்த ராஜா, சந்திரகுப்தः இதி ராஜா.
ராஜா
ராஜா சந்திரகுப்தः இதி ராஜா. அது வந்து சம்பாவனா பூர்வபத கர்மதாரயக. அதுக்கு வந்து அவித்யாதமஹ, அவித்யாதமஹ அவித்யா ஏவ தமஹ. அதுவும் வந்து அவதாரணா பூர்வபத கர்மதாரயக.
The ignorance is the greatest darkness ityarthe bhavati. Avadharana purvapada karmadarayah. Samyak. Very good. Uttama prayatna. Bahuvrihi. This is one of my most favorite samasas. We will table this for Friday. We'll do this fresh. I have to go for a school pickup, but then I can take a couple of questions if anybody has before we sign off. Prashnaha. So we will put a document together with all the apavadas. So Sakhi, Viseshana, Purvapada yatra Strilinga Rupam asti. Ratri is also a kind of an exception. Ratram iti bhavati. And then Mahat Shabdaha. Sakhi, did I say Sakhi already? Sakhi is one. I think Mata in yatra Sambandaha asti, tatra Mata eva bhavati. Matra Samaha, Matru Samaha. Mata cha Pita cha Mata Pitarau iti bhavati. Tatrapi apavadaha. Yatra Sambandaha asti, Purvapada Uttarapadasya, atra Mata iti bhavati. So we will put together a document that will help you for remembering and revision.
ஒரே ஒரு டவுட், அதே அந்த இதுல ஹோம்ஒர்க்ல தான் பிரகதக பிதாமக இருந்தது இல்லையா? நான் வந்து மத்தியம பதம் அந்த பிதாமக நம்ம பிதாமகரோட அப்பாவை சொல்றதுனால நான் மத்தியம பத லோபின்னு எழுதிட்டேன். ஆனா அந்த வந்தா நம்ம பிராதி சமாசத்தை தான் எழுதுறோம்.
உபசர்க்கம். ஆமா,
உபசர்க்கம். அதே மாதிரி இன்னும் ஒரே ஒரு டவுட் வந்து சூத்திரம் தரதி தீ போட்டிருக்கோம் இல்லையா, நான் அதை சூத்திரதாரின்னு எழுதிட்டேன். ஆனா அது சூத்திரதாரக அந்த இடத்துலயும் எனக்கு அதான் அந்த விபக்தி தான் கொஞ்சம்
in general in this, right? All the upapada samasas, at least the examples that I have seen, usually it is aha, e, im for the pullinga, strilinga, napumsakalinga, or aha, sarvam dadati iti sarvada saraswati. So this e comes with a bhavaha. We will see that in tadidanta pratyaya. So if it is sutram dharati iti daraha, sarvam dadati iti sarvada sarvadaha, varam dadati iti varadaha. Go with the aha pullinga rupa for now.
அந்த இதுல ஏன்னா நம்ம ஜெனரலா சூத்திரதாரி சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, அதனால நான் வந்து அதை தாரின்னு எழுதினேன். அப்புறம் ஆன்சர் செக் பண்ணும்போது சூத்திரதாரி
அதை வந்து you can extrapolate it as a tadidantaha, and then you can see, like for example, yasya gunaha asti saha guni. So that becomes the guni shabdaha, guni, gunini, gunini, the three bhavas. We will learn that in tadidanta. So for now you take it as sutra kumbham karoti iti kumbhakari na kumbhakaraha. There also there is kumbhakaraha. Some places it will be karaha karaha. There is a sutram that defines. So for now, practice with the examples that are given. If you made a mistake, just correct it and circle it for you to remember.
Okay. Sutradharaha upapada samasaha.
Upapada samasaha.
அதை எழுதிட்டேன். தன்யவாதங்கள்.
I have not given the homework for Krishna Chaturdashi, correct? So you have to wait. Manas, mat, asmakam. So all that we will add. Madhyama padalopi. What is the Madhyama padam? Correct. So Madhyama padalopi, go with the examples that we deal with in class. What is in book, what is in Abhyasa, and maybe the assessments that I give, which will be compilation of the words that are very common. It is not possible to cover all the Madhyama padalopi. And suppose you get an example, you don't know in the exam, see the Uttara Deepika and learn it. That's all. I did not know this Madhyama padalopi. I have not encountered it anywhere, and this gets asked in the exam. Learn it. That's it. Take it as a learning. Madhyama padalopi is a little bit so vistara, you can't cover it all. Very contextual. It's very specific. So how much ever we cover, there could be. Usually they are not that tough on us. They understand that it is not possible, so they will ask from something that we have encountered. But if they ask, okay, where can I see the Pradi examples in lesson printouts? Pradi Samasaha is equally bad, yes. Equally bad, yes. I like how Srividya Bhagini says equally bad. The upasarga. So know all the upasargas. That will help. Now when we do the avyayi bhava, that is another added mix there. Where can I see Pradi examples in the lesson printouts? I don't understand. What lesson printouts? So Pradi also, go with the book, go with the examples, go with the Abhyasa in the book, go with the homework, go with the assessments that I'll be giving later lesson wise. Based on that, most of the examples will be covered.
Namaste Bhagini. I looked at the photocopies of the lesson printouts that you had uploaded on the drive. I was able to see the other samasas, but I couldn't find examples for the Pradi samasas. I'm not sure in which lesson it is, and if anybody knows, if they can just tell me that.
Pradi is under what? Are you asking the lesson PDF?
The lesson PDFs.
Pradi must be in part of Nai Samasa. Nai is in 3 or 4.
I saw. Okay. I'm not able to see it in 3 and 4. That is why I asked. So,
wherever this Kutsitaha, all that is covered, it will be under the same example.
Okay, Bhagini, I'll check again. Thank you.
So knowing all the upasargas will help, but Su means what? It refers to Shobhanaha. How do you know? You just know it with like practice. Unfortunately, we all have this mindset and I have to know. By just looking at it, I should just know immediately. I learned Pradi Samasa, whatever Samasa is given to me, immediately I should be able to say. That is what, then I have learned it, is what we feel. But you will be able to do it for most. Unfortunately, for Samasa, the Vakyam is important, the context is important. So 95% you will be able to do. The 5%, in fact, the Subhashitam says 25% is Kalakramena. Here it is only 5 to 10%. I think that is okay. How will I know? Kalakramena, I will know. As I encounter more words, more examples, I do more Abhyasa, I read the Samasa book. Kalakramena, I will know. You pick any person, it is not possible for them, except, if they have done like all their life, they've done only Sanskritam learning, right? Not even they will not be able to say all the Upapada Samasas or all the Pradi Samasas. It will be very difficult. Because there will be people like that. I'm not denying that at all. It is just rare. No, she's not asking the PPT. She's asking the PDF of the lesson. Jayanti Padmi is saying lesson 2. I think it's covered right after Karmadharaya. Nai is covered right after that. Yeah. So I'm going to say what I tell my daughter whenever she goes for an exam. I tell her, if you don't know something, don't worry. You will learn it and you will be able to do it in your board. So yesterday she asked me, now that I'm going for my board exam, what are you going to tell me when I leave home? Because usually you say, don't worry, and the problem we can do it in board. So don't get tensed, is what I will say. What are you going to tell me, was her question yesterday. I said, don't worry, now we have double board. So children have an option to take another board. I said, don't worry, we can try it in the second board. So what I will say in the second board exam, I don't know. So have that attitude. If I don't know, you learn it. That's all. It is not intuitive. Yes. Some of the samasas are not intuitive. Like, for example, vati, ratram. But you just learn. Now I know it is ratram, not ratri. It is not vatam. It is vati. You just know. Astu vargam samapayamaha. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tatsat. Dhanyavadaha. Shubhadinam. Ram Ram Ram. I would suggest please go back and listen to the previous recordings, particularly Dwandwa, Dvigu, and what we covered in today's class. It will help you revise and it'll strengthen your foundation with respect to these samasas. I think now the first part is kind of okay, Tatpurusha and Karmadharaya, and I go back and listen, re-listen to these recordings again. Dhanyavadaha. Ram Ram.